Hey Tom, it's that time of year again.
What's that time?
Time to watch another shitty video game movie adaptation and see if it's any good, which they usually aren't. That's right, it's time for the reboot of Tomb Raider, loosely based off the reboot of Tomb Raider for 2013.
Which is a reboot of Tomb Raider.
Which is crazy times. This time starring Alicia Vikander.
Yep, and directed by Roar Uthaug, and he's a Norwegian filmmaker. This is kind of his big first Hollywood movie, and choosing a video game adaptation is a really risky move to do for your next movie, because that can either sink you.
Most likely sink you. Video game movies don't have a good track record at all. Anyway, the story of Tomb Raider follows a young Lara Croft who is desperately trying to find out what happened to her dad who went missing 7 years ago. So she uncovers some secrets and goes into the middle of the Devil's Sea to solve the mystery.
Yes, and she's the heir of the Croft household, and so it's very rich. They own a bunch of businesses, and she's kind of separated herself from that side of things just to kind of live her own life, kind of pave her own way.
They've kind of taken a leaflet out of the Batman Begins book, I find, where usually the stories, like Lara Croft, their previous movies, she's rich, she uses all the resources she has, but in this one she's like, no, I want to be my own woman.
Yeah, this is very much based on the new, like Taylor said before, the new remake of the games.
Those games star a young Lara Croft who's kind of coming into her own. She's never done this before, and she's sort of figuring it out. By the end of the first game, she's like, that was fun. She's not the Lara you're used to. She's not Angelina Jolie. She's not shooting guns there all the time. She's kind of panicking and trying to just survive.
With this movie, she's learning how to use bow and arrow. She's learning to cope with her first kill as well. Like she's never killed anyone before. And she's learning how to survive and kind of using her survival instincts. Very much taking a book from the game, which I really appreciate. And this is one of the things that I didn't mind about this movie. It was a very accurate representation of the game. As far as taking a game material and kind of transferring it, it's really good. I think they did a good job with it anyway.
It wasn't a shot-for-shot remake, but they totally got the core moments from it, and even the design of it all.
Yes.
Pretty much
like her outfit.
And there's a part where she saw a pickaxe, I was like, it's the pickaxe! And I was like, whoa! The theater,
and it's literally the exact same pickaxe, same color and everything, which is cool. It's a little cool jab for the geeks out there and the fans that play the games. A lot of people will notice in this movie is that Lara gets beaten up a lot. She gets a total thrashing. She gets thrown around.
Shrapnel stuck in her. Yeah. And like that might be horrible to watch, and it is, but it's like that's what the game was. It's just she's getting beaten down, but she keeps getting back up. Yeah. Even in the movie, there's like the waterfall plane sequence. Yes. She sort of just gets out of it, and then like the plane's about to fall, and she goes, "Are you kidding me?" And it's almost like paying homage to the games. I thought, just like, oh, for God's sake. Give me a moment.
It was so funny during that plane scene. I was like, man, is she going to get tetanus or some shit? From all like the sharp metal and the rusty metal and all that kind of stuff.
Luckily, there was no poles for the head this time.
Alicia Vikander, who's playing Lara, I think she did a really good job of portraying that Lara Croft. She was cute, but tough, but almost can hold her own.
She was very charismatic. Like the first act of the film was kind of just showing her meeting people and being cool, but
she's athletic and
very much so. I did find it was a bit weird that like the whole first act of the film, they're kind of introducing characters that play no role in the story at all. They're just there for her to talk to. And
the Indian dude in the restaurant. Yeah, it was like he's gonna come back.
Yeah, totally. I actually thought like in the game, and there's a big cast of characters on the boat that Lara's trying to save and help, and a lot of them get killed off. In this, I thought they were doing that. I thought they were setting up a big cast, and there wasn't. There was just one guy that goes with her on this mission, and I was like, what was the point of all that? And also, Nick Frost has kind of like 2 scenes in this movie, which felt like pickups to me. I feel like there's scenes that didn't need to be there. Like, for example, she decides, I'm going to go to this place. Then she goes to see Nick Frost and gets money. It's a whole like 5-minute scene of getting money off him. And then she's at the place, and I thought, they could have cut that, and we just assumed she got to the place with her inheritance. Exactly. It was like, I guess they wanted to establish like she doesn't want to use it, she's her own person.
She has to live somehow.
Yeah, but I was like, that literally didn't need to be there at all. It was just like, hey, we got Nick Frost for the day, let's just film some moments with him.
As far as other supporting characters and actors we have in the movie, we have Walton Goggins. Yeah. I've struggled with him in a way because I love Walton Goggins. I mean, I love him in The Hateful Eight, I loved him in Justified and stuff, he's so good. At this one, I felt like, I was like, are you just half there? Like, I didn't know if he was fully, or that was his character where he was so worn down and tired.
Yeah, I think that's what he was trying to go for.
Yeah. But there was like, give me more.
There was a plot hole, I felt, because his whole character, he's sort of like, oh, hey, I'm sort of,
left here.
A bit distant, I've been left here and I've no one to talk to. As if he's the only guy who speaks English, but literally every person he works with speaks English. I didn't understand that at all.
Direction-wise, I think the guy kind of nailed the look and style of a gritty kind of Tomb Raider movie. It seemed to me that like that's kind of what an Uncharted movie would look like, hopefully better. And I just really kind of hope they don't make an Uncharted movie in a way. Like I just was The style was there, I think.
This sort of part of me feels like they're taking the right steps, and the other part of me is just like, just stop trying, because it's a different medium completely. Yeah. So it's like, why are they trying to recreate it?
Yeah.
But
because I love the Angelina Jolie Tomb Raider movies. I'm a fan of those. Those are probably one of my most guilty pleasure movies.
Yeah, they're dumb fun.
They're dumb fun, and they work. And I think those are really good game adaptations in themselves. This one's a different kind of way for another game adaptation.
Like, I'm a fan of those movies. I love Indiana Jones and The Mummy. Mummy Returns. People on adventures, fighting bad guys, and solving puzzles. I love those movies. So this movie, I had fun watching it.
Yes.
Like, and
I dug the mythology about what they were hunting as well.
Yeah, and I love the trope of when you got a goodie and a bad guy, and they have to reluctantly team up.
Yes.
And they're like, even like held at gunpoint, and they're kind of almost buddy, like, oh, we figured it out, get a move on. You know, I love that. And it comes up in the previous Tomb Raiders and The Mummy and Uncharted. Yeah. I just love that. So that whole section of the film, I was just having a fun time.
I thought pacing wise, it was pretty well paced. Like, they didn't spend too much time in England, in London. They kind of got to the island relatively quickly. There was a few. We'll get into spoilers a bit, but I don't, there's some kind of plot points that happen, and I was a bit like, that kind of didn't need to happen. Yeah. Like, they could have just stopped doing that.
There were some unnecessary action scenes, like someone stole her bag.
Oh, yeah. That was bound to happen. Yeah. And, like, there's some classical, like, you've seen any kind of Indiana Jones or archaeological type movies where they're running and jumping from old stuff, and you'll see that sprinkled all around through this movie. And some of the CG was all right. But generally, it was a very technically capable movie. Like, it was shot very nicely.
One big negative in this film. Yeah, like I said earlier, Lara gets beaten down a lot in the games, but she always rises up. And this, she gets beaten down and then men help. It just happened too many times where she's like, oh, she's in a kind of unwinnable situation. But luckily, that guy helped and did this thing. And then,
I didn't think about it, actually.
Yeah, and it happened like too many times. I was feeling like, that's probably a step in the wrong direction, guys. Tomb Raider, the movie we just saw and we're reviewing currently. I actually quite enjoyed this movie. Like I said before, I like the kind of mystery puzzle films. I think they could have done more. I feel like if they actually adapted the story fully, it would be a great movie. But they decided to do this kind of loose version. I thought the lead was good. They set up a sequel, like right at the end, like boom, sequel bait. Yeah. Like, it was just like shit. I mean, I saw it coming, did you? A fan of the games, I was like, as soon as a certain character was introduced, I was like, I know where this is going. Yeah. But yeah, so I hope they do more. I hope this movie makes money, because I think they should get another chance.
Do you know what I thought they were going to do, the bit at the end? I was expecting that song to come in.
I'll take two.
I thought that was going to happen.
Perfect timing. I liked it. If you're keen for action film, go see it. Probably not the greatest video game movie ever, but it's definitely a step in the right direction. So I'll give it a 6 out of 10.
Yes. I very much agree exactly with what Taylor says. I really like Alicia Vikander as Lara Croft. She's got the guts for it. Generally, like, it was nothing about the film kind of grabbed me as like this is amazing. There was no scenes that I was just like, holy shit, that was spectacular. It was very much just kind of like the run-of-the-mill action, even though it was relatively enjoyable and it wasn't boring. There was a few editing continuity muck-ups, but I think that was just hard to pull because this is what they were dealing with. But there was a few shitty editing cuts that I noticed. But generally, I did enjoy the film, and I enjoyed the mythology. I enjoyed the tomb raiding side of it. I really like when they mix in like mystical and like history and kind of legends and stuff like that. And like Lara's dad says in the movies, all myths are grounded in reality of some kind, and so they kind of play on that really nicely in this movie. Like Taylor said, we're heading in the right direction as far as finally a decent enough game adaptation. It's not amazing. It's not like next level, but we're definitely getting there, and I think the Tomb Raider is a good way to start. And I think they've referenced the games beautifully. So I'm going to give Tomb Raider a 6 out of 10.
Put it down!
It's your finger that's pulling this trigger.
You messed with the wrong family.
So yeah, thanks for watching our review, and what do you think of Tomb Raider? What did you think? Comment and subscribe.
Tell us what your favourite games are, and if there was a game that you'd love to be turned into a movie, please tell us.
Mass Effect?
Mass Effect Taylor's a piece of shit.
What do you think, Tom?
I would rather a Devil May Cry movie.
Okay.
Maybe.
You know what, Tom?
Don't touch Uncharted.
Hey, that's your choice. Go for it. I'm not going to be an arsehole and shit all over your dreams.